What's going on, everyone? This is Jeff at Geek Driven. We're here for another episode of Cover Lovers. Can't wait to get started. It is the Mondays. Well, at least I got the Mondays.
You got a case of the Mondays?
I got the Mondays bad. But we're here, so I'm all better. And look who's joining us, Mike and Dio. How are you guys doing?
Well, we got sick house going on. It's like a hospital here. They're all the kiddos have the flu / hand, foot, and mouth. So we got lots of antibiotics going on. It's lovely. So if you see me sprint off screen today, you'll know why.
You got it.
Sorry if there's crying in the background. I'll try to muffle that as best I can. But,
You're good.
We're good, brother.
Like you said, we're here, so all is better.
That's it. I feel fulfilled that you guys are here, and we got Deo in the building, man.
Yeah.
One of our cats is sick too.
No.
Yeah, Padme's sick.
That's a true sick house. Oh, the animals got sick too.
You know you're a Star Wars fan when you name your cat Padme.
Padme and Wampa.
I love it. I love it.
Wampa's the whitish one, and Padme is like the brunette.
Oh, wow.
No, they're not the one. Well, Wampa is silver.
Oh.
Wampa
Okay.
is gold.
Goldish. Well,
Golden.
but he looks kind of like the Wampa because he's big and fluffy.
And Padme is black.
Padme is black and brown.
Right.
Same time.
That's a
No.
true.
How you guys doing?
Big Rob, what's going on?
Big Rob, what's going on, baby? You're on mute.
Timed out, actually. I'm doing well. That's what happens. I leave the computer idle for like 4 hours. I'm good. It's Monday. Another Cover Lovers. Happy to be here. It's a lot of good covers.
Uh-oh. Did he freeze on us?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It looks like Cover Lovers has a case of the Moon Days. What's going on here?
You okay,
I timed out again. Yeah.
You're good, brother. You're good. Don't
Damn
worry.
it. Yeah, so all good. A lot of covers. It should be a good show.
Oh yeah. I know I'm ready. I mean, I don't got a case of the Mondays, but I had them earlier today, and I'm out of it. It's called being out of work and being free. But I'm ready for these covers, man. I'm ready to see what I'm gonna curse Jeff with, or I'm gonna thank Jeff with. Whichever one comes first. You never know. You know.
Hey,
My
look,
wallet might thank you later, and it might.
At some point, I panicked when I was making the deck, and I was like, there's too many covers for each damn book.
Yeah, because it's all night terrors.
Oh,
70,000 titles.
About it.
Well, I did a little something different, and I also didn't include all of them, so
Thank God.
we're going to be okay.
Yeah, he didn't include the pick one. I didn't see that one. So.
No.
That one looked cool. That one did look cool.
But anyway, Steve.
Man, I'm ready. You want me to get it ready? Get the turning ready? All
Yes,
right,
sir,
all right.
please.
Let's go. Before we get into this wonderful journey of Cover Lovers, guys, we're going to go ahead and hit the sponsors. Guys, remember, use Nerdvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. If you guys are in between platforms, if you guys want to, shop around, take a test, I highly recommend Nerdvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price, only 99 cents. Does not kill you, will only benefit you. You get to check the marketplace. You get to see where your comics are at, some of them, and then you get to put them in your collection, We all know how hard it is. I mean, sometimes you don't even put them in your app and you forget. Cover price got you covered. Nerdvana 14. Don't forget it. And then Friday. I missed out. Sonic the Hedgehog. I was over there gallivanting around thinking like, oh, I got plenty of time and it's gone. TNH 10 would have saved you 10% off of your first purchase over our friends at Bird City. Do not let it happen again. Be on the lookout. They're always keeping you up to date. Very limited quantities. A plethora of amazing artists that they work with. Need I say more? And we love them. So our friends at Bird City, shout out. Happy birthday, Laura. Happy birthday, Laura. Let's not forget. And then use Team Nerd Herd. Save you 10% off your first purchase at our friends over at Display Geek. Our brother Sean got you covered. If you're a toy collector, if you're a pop collector, if you're a Funko collector, you want to keep those precious Funkos untampered with and to perfection or on display like Geek Driven, my brother Jeff, well, then you're going to go ahead and do yourself one and buy some shelving. And then shout out to the Four Horsemen faction as they're jumping in action. Our brother number one, my case of the Mondays is just bleeding out of the tongue right now. I can't even talk. Brother number one, brother Rudy, what's going on? Santee Rudy number one over in San Diego, Southern California. Brother number two, all the way in the East Coast, something wrong. You already know something right's going to happen when that little fellow's around. And then brother number three, the anime, etc. Senpai Sama, as I call him. And then all the way in England, all the way on the other side of the pond, Plan 2K12, one with the Force of the Flatulence, Christopher Reeves, lover of Superman. Need I say more? If you guys missed this video, his channel, you should go in there. You should take a little trip. He got this dope AOK from Something Wrong. This Christopher Reeves statue, Superman. Need I say more? Check it out. And then those tantalizing beats that tickle the eardrums. Our brother Eddie, Beats by Munster. Shout outs to my brother. I'm with you right now, brother. My heart goes out to you, and I'm thinking about you, brother. And we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get some collection going. And then, oh, that was my bad. All right. And then we're gonna get into these comments, man. Let's get into these comments, man. GT Keek with the keys to the comic community, man. Always first. Aside from Apollo, right? Apollo Cruz. But shout out to my brother GT. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, the community, for sharing. Let me just put that out there, man. Let me give you guys your roses. Let me give you guys your props. We truly appreciate you guys sharing, and it means a lot to us. Kenny, the comic collector, he says, "What up?" and a wave. What's going on, Kenny? Good to see you, brother. All aboard. And then we got Trish Forstner. Trish Forstner is in the building. Sup, cover lovers? Hi, Trish. How's it going? You got Still Chilling. He's saying, "What's good, baby? What's good? What is good, man? Hope your Mondays are not a case of our Mondays, and you're rocking and rolling." Then you got Heroes Reborn Comics. He said, I don't know what that means, but I mean, I hope he's ready to buy some covers. Maybe not. Who knows? And I don't like Mondays until cover lovers. So same here. You know, I tend to hit my head on the keyboard in the morning. Tiger Fett, what's going on? Hey guys, hey to you, Tiger Fett. Thank you for rocking and rolling with us. Then you got Lord of Brooklyn, BK for life. What's going on? Good to see you, Lord. Good Lord. And then we got our brother Rudy up in here. He said, "We here. What's up, everybody?" We got BCC Black Crown Comics Nerd Herd fam. If you guys missed this rewind, he had one true new Nerd King on. Go ahead and check it out. Go in and get you a view and enjoy. And then Patrick, dude, I couldn't even read today. What's going on with me? Patrick Cooper, what's going on? Finally made a live show. Good hangs yesterday, Mike. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, finally making it live, sir.
Woohoo. Then you got, oh, man, Comics on the Edge. Our brother Robert keeping it real low grade. If you missed Friday's show, it was a banger of a show. Go ahead and get you some. He said, "Oh, shit. What's up, party people? Gotta love my brother Robert." Monday night comic or cover smother. Damn, dude, I'm not reading good today. Jeff's over here trying to crawl out of his skin and laugh. I can see you, Jeff.
Eat more pizza.
Yeah. Maybe I'm hungry. Who knows?
On Mondays?
Every day. Maybe every 4 hours.
Every day's pizza day.
Yeah.
Every day's pizza day.
We all need to eat more blueberries. That's what it is.
Right? And maybe I should have some salmon or something like that because my brain is on empty right now. All right. We're ready to rock. Let's go. Let's talk covers, brother. Let's go ahead and hit it up.
All right, let's present here.
I was just looking up super treasure hunts on Hot Wheels super
Hot Wheels?
treasure hunts on eBay.
Mhm.
Why
Okay.
are there loose ones? Who opens those?
People like
Oh.
me.
You do?
No.
Oh. If
You're
you
like, how dare you?
I mean, it's literally they're ghosts. Like if you find one, don't open
They call me Bruce Reed. This is why this is nearing Nirvana.
Hold on
So
one second.
You both
Something's
take
wrong.
time to acknowledge us.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure
All the time,
I have
Bruce.
some. I have some super treasures.
Without you guys, we're not a show. So I mean, you guys make this show fun. We're looking at the hair chat too, man. When we're looking at the chat and we're getting, past. No, this cover sucks. This cover's great. We love it. Let's go.
Sorry, it's giving me issues for some reason. Let's take a look again.
It's all those toys you're buying, dude.
No worries, man.
Yeah, the chat makes the show, man. The four of us could just hang out backstage and talk covers. That's no fun.
This is fun.
I mean, that would be fun, but this is more fun.
Oh, 100%. Much love to the comic community, man. We love you guys.
I don't know. It's not coming up for some reason. It's weird.
It's that triangle computer. I should talk with my shit.
Hold on, let me see. Let me get on Insta. Oh wait.
I don't know
Where's
what's.
Let me see.
I'm trying to share, and it's just like comes up blank.
That's how I feel like my head is right now, dude.
Sorry, people. This is probably my bad.
No, I
Talk
don't
amongst
think-
yourselves.
I don't think so.
Yeah, go on and talk amongst yourselves. All right, hold on. Let me just.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Woo!
I
Alright.
just had to move it for a second. That was. I had to move a slide. That was it.
I was gonna say, can I get a witness?
Covers with cleavage.
Your computer's definitely having the case of the moon days.
Covers with cleavage.
I
Get a
literally
long
had to
stick,
move
right?
one slide and it pop up. All right.
Does that count butt cleavage too, or just boob cleavage? What are we
Hey,
talking
I mean,
whatever
cleavage
you
is
like.
cleavage.
I'm gonna
We've got
go.
some-
I'm gonna go with Eddie Murphy line and go whatever it is you like. Yo, Reef and C forever. What is going on, comic nerds?
Hey,
Thank you
hey.
for joining
All
us.
right.
Good to see you.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Boom.
Woohoo! All right. Well,
Okay.
I mean, we were just talking about it. Night terrors. So we're gonna do this a little differently. I put on two different. I put on 4 books here. We've got. I want to say that's Night Terrors.
Superman.
Superman #2.
Yeah.
That's the 1 in 50 by Pete Woods, and then we've got the Night Terrors Nightwing. Is that Nightwing? Yeah.
Yes.
The 1 in 50 by Francesco Mattina, and then we also have on the other side we have Night Terrors Wonder Woman #2, the 1 in 25 by W. Scott Forbes, and then we got the 1 in 25 for Night Terrors Catwoman #2. Is it Catwoman?
Yes.
Yeah.
From Danny.
From Danny, yeah. So we're gonna pick between the two 1 in 50s and the two 1 in 25s here. All right,
Okay. Simple
So-
instruction.
Got it.
Mike, what are your picks?
So I like the Superman for the first half there. This is weird. This is like where I usually am, right? I love a couple of the B covers this week for these books rather than the incentives, especially the Wonder Woman and the Catwoman, because there's a DeCall Wonder Woman and there's a amazing Tula Late Catwoman,
Yes.
and those both blow these two off the planet. So it's tough for me to choose between these. I like Danny's style. Although this isn't my favorite Danny cover in the world. This doesn't read as Danny to me. So I think I am at the Forbes. It's cool. It's weird, just creepy enough.
It is.
Yeah, there's something different about it. I don't like the Mattina for the whatever that is, Nightwing or whatever that one's supposed to be.
And
That just
it's
sort of looks
also
like
a
old
A
stock,
cover.
overly digital. Oh, that's just a black and white version of it, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the color looks better.
Great tone cover of it. Yeah, so I guess in this case I'm going with the Superman for the first verses, and then I'm going with the Forbes for the second one. But for my money, it's B covers all day on these, because when you see that Tula Latte Wonder Woman or Tula Latte Catwoman and the Decal Wonder Woman, you will never pay premium prices for any of these. So,
No.
Amen. Big Rob, what's going on?
Yeah, that's on that one. I think the pink one is better, but than the 1 in 50. But okay, personally, me, if I had to pick, I would pick the Forbes and the Danny. But that's the gotta do versus for that, right? So those are the better ones for me. But out of the 1 in 25, I'll pick the Danny. The Forbes is great. I love the Forbes. I love the idea. I love the skull. The artwork's beautiful. The line work, all that coloring. But I don't know. I just like more the Danny. I just love the white background just kind of melting in with the actual character, right? So it's part of the character's color scheme as well. So that's a cool idea. I love the snakes. I love the eating the apple from Adam's and even Adam or Adam and Eve, right? The apple tree, Satan, and all that stuff. I'll take that one. And for the 1 in 50, I really don't like both at all. But if I had to pick one, I'll go with the Woods because it's not grayscale. And it's a cool concept of the bones of Doomsday. I like the idea, and it's like Superman scientist.
Yeah, they're what do you call it? They're
archaeologists.
Yep.
But they're like from Krypton. I don't know. But yeah, so that's a better idea. The art it's okay in itself, but so I'll go with the Woods and the Danny.
Nice, dude.
All right, Steve.
Yeah, man. I actually like you're pitting me. Like all of these covers are great. They're just high priced. The Woods just kind of like reminds me of Dante's Inferno, just horrifically just dissecting Doomsday. And I'm actually digging the Matina. It's the grayscale looks good. I mean, any like nightmare that you're supposed to have should scare the shit out of you in black and white. Right? So I'm just gonna say that. If I had to pick, it's gonna be the Matina on my end. And then for the 1 in 25, both of these are excellent, man. I think the Forbes is horrific. Damn, Diana never looked so scary, man. She just like wowed you with her face, like kind of like a marionette puppet in some sort of sense. Like,
yeah.
Oh, like you want to see something really freaky. And then the Danny, I love the black and white. I love just the very small like splash of that apple. For me though, it's the Forbes because it's just more like horrifying. I'm a horror fan, and I'm not gonna have Night Terrors because I ain't buying this series. So.
Yeah, it's tough to buy into these.
You forced me, to pick. So here I am. Yeah, Bettina and Forbes. Bam. And then
nice.
If we had to go backwards and rewind like we should, man, we got to go with Lord saying Reef. And then here you go. No, my bad. He said the Forbes. Woods and Danny for me with good old Bruce. You got Reef saying the 1 in 25 are dope covers. Still chilling, reading my mind. He said none of them. I refuse to spend money on Night Terrors. You darn right. James Critter in the building said both 1 in 25s are better than the 1 in 50s. I would highly agree with that. And then Matina for me by brother Rudy. And then our brother Patrick says these will sell out.
I think he means no. He's gonna say they will all be worthless.
You read his mind. You're like Charles Xavier-ing his mind right now. He's like,
he's right, actually. They'll be worthless in about a year.
100%.
Very nice.
The prices are spiked.
Yeah, I bet you he's gonna say these will all be worthless in a year.
Honestly, it sucks, but it's
But
not
the art
like
is
it's
beautiful.
The art is not bad. It's just
There you go. He's winning $1 didn't sell him much. Hey, man, he ain't never lied. He's telling the truth.
Yeah, it'll be in the clearance box.
Dude, look at it. You follow up. Mike gets me.
All right, Big Rob.
Oh my god.
I already went. Oh, next
move
one.
on. Yeah,
You said all right. What? I already paid.
yeah, the regular A cover is gonna be way better than the one.
Yeah,
in
it's
50.
purple too. So Rob,
You're gonna buy that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and always, honestly, when everything's like shit, usually the 8 cover is the one to go with.
You want a virtual sip of this liquid death? It's purple.
All right, I got a soapbox on this one, but yes, here you go.
Yeah, all right. Well, We got TMNT. I don't know what number that is.
42.
Thank you. 142. You know what? No wonder I can't see anything. I'm blind.
The fuck is going on in these? Oh.
We got the 1 in
It's a Monday.
10 and the 1 in 25 by Jay Gonzo. And then we've got the TMNT Splintered Fate. I believe it's number 2.
No, this is
Or number one. Number one.
Starting off the series.
So it's the Razas. It's the 1 in 10, the 1 in 25. Basically, they're just trades and Virgin covers.
Sure.
Which ones would you take?
The bird is the word. What's up, Kenneth? Good to see you.
Which side? Jay Gonzo's or Razas?
I'll go first.
If it was a set. Yeah, go for it, Big Rob.
All right. Before I actually judge the art on these covers, I had no clue that TMNT was doing 1 in 25s and 150 and 1 in 50s now on TMNT. IDW.
Me neither.
I guess so I saw your slide. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know that. So I researched. They started at 140. So they started at 140. Yeah. Like most shops already have a hard time buying 10 issues. Alone, not 25 and 50. I like
Super Ghosts.
Yeah, especially the one because typically this is on not normal compared to the other ones from the ones before this and after this. But what typically is A cover is a 1 in 25 and the beat cover, the Eastman, is usually the 1 in 50, and that's what they've been doing before this and after. This is the only exception where they're actually using the 1 in 10 as the 1 in 25 for the TMNT Turtles. So that's crazy. How they decided to do this out of nowhere, and they've been doing it across the board for all the other books too. So but to do it for Turtles, I wonder if they would have done it for GI Joe because more shops are buying like 3 or 4 copies of GI Joe for IDW. So that's crazy. Okay, so art wise, the Raza is cool. It's just too fucking dark. I could barely tell what's going on. I know there's I know it's because I got a big screen. I could tell it's Shredder and the Turtles there, but it's like really dark. They're going through some sort of portal. It's in high speed. I think there's a Foot Clan behind the Shredder, but don't quote me on that. But I think that's the Foot Clan. But yeah, it's really, really dark. The
combo in the building.
And I typically love Raza, but I would not pick the Raza at all. I would go with the more cartoony, but it's still kind of stylistic, old school Eastman and Laird type of turtles, and you don't get too many leatherheads on covers.
Mm-hmm.
So especially on 1 in 10s, there I have one of with him on the cover, and he's always badass on cover. So I love that. I would just get the 1 in 10. I would not even bother with the 1 in 25 because it's probably not a key unless you really love the art without trade. But I would definitely get the 1 in 10. But that's the better one for me from Gonzo. Cool name. And the Raza typically wins for me, but not this time.
Steve.
Yeah, man. It's just odd to see that they're starting to just kind of bust out with these 1 in 25s. Like Big Rob said, we already know the 1 in 10s are always ghost. I usually buy them. I mean, I'll tell you that much. I kind of simmered down a little bit. The other thing is just like I want to know, like, is the Splinter's fate kind of tying in, or is it a different storyline? Because I could save myself some cash. I love Raza, but again, Trish and Big Rob had said they can't even see it. I don't even know what's going on. I'd have to have it in my hand. Whereas the 1 in 10, man, looks awesome. I would probably definitely buy this. I know my LCS is gonna pull a whammy on me when I get there with 4 books in hand. They're gonna be like, "Oh, we just kind of slipped this 1 in 10 in there for you," and I'll be like, "Oh, good show. Here's the money." So Gonzo for me. Plus, it's Gonzo, man. Who doesn't love that name? I'll get pizza in honor of TMNT, and Trish. There you go. Make mom pepperoni.
What are your thoughts, sir?
I'm in the same boat. Like I looked up a high res version of the Raza, and it really doesn't contrast enough, even in a high res version, for me to really tell what's going on. So I think there's just a layer of contrast missing in the art. It's not bad, but it's certainly not as cool and old school as the Gonzo. I prefer the Gonzo. So by far, I like the old school. I kind of like the coloring on the trade dress 1 in 10 better than if I had to choose between those two.
Agreed.
Sort of like the blue and a little bit more contrasting colors. So if I could only choose one book off this list, it would be the regular TMNT 1 in 10 Gonzo. But I like the Gonzo set better than the Raza. And again, that's rare for all of us. We usually like Raza, but not today, baby, not today.
Yeah, I mean,
Pasco Raza.
I like the Raza concept. I just don't like that he didn't like. It's too faded. That layer is missing.
I like both concepts actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one's cool. It looks like an homage almost even. So really cool cover. I like it.
The Gonzo could be like art on the set of an arcade.
Mm.
Ooh, okay.
That'd be cool.
I see you right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Totally. At a Shakey's Pizza, no less.
I've got that in my head.
Yeah, because a lot of people
Yes.
do custom arcades, and they'll get a custom art on their side of their arcades. They could
That's
totally
cool.
see get that commission to make it high res, big art.
Right? The 1 in 25 looks like as
Yeah, you need that aquamarine in the back.
yeah, for sure. This like it looks polluted.
Yeah, it really helps.
Ooze, as they would
Yeah,
say.
It really helps. It makes it a lot better.
the 1 in 25. That's the old early 2000s Mexican filter when all the Hollywood films will put that color filter on anything located in Mexico.
Yeah, like sepia, right? Sepia, whatever it's called. Buffalo
Yeah.
chicken. Oh,
It's like not that dirty, dude.
I know. According to Hollywood in the early 2000s, it was brown just everywhere. It's like, fuck you.
man.
All right, Big Rose.
That's how LA is.
It's like a Wes Anderson film that takes place in Mexico.
Yeah.
Everything's oversaturated in
Totally.
some color.
Oh, I couldn't imagine. All right.
All right, we've got Dark
Oh.
X-Men number 1. We got the 1 in 25 by Salvador LaRocca. We got the 1 in 50 by Adam Hughes. And then we got the 1 in 100 sketch cover by Alex Ross. And it's a connecting cover as well. As if you guys can't tell, it's the homage to Jim Lee. So, Steve, let's start with Steve today.
Adam
Go for it.
Hughes.
This isn't
baby.
even a fair
Adam Hughes
contest,
all
really.
day long for me. We've already brought
Seriously,
up
this is not even a fair contest.
I'm just throwing up a lob here and there. That's all.
Yeah, and you're waiting for me to slam dunk it, right? I don't jump that high, dude. But
Alex Ross.
yeah, these little these little legs don't take me that far, bro. Alex Ross again. I feel like in color nails it. I still appreciate his pencil work and everything, but I'm just a fan of Adam Hughes, man. Adam Hughes just crushes. A lot of his covers I just love. They're just beautiful. And then the Salvador Larocco. I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that. I dig it. I just like, how do you go comparing, Alex Ross, Adam Hughes? I feel like their art, they're a little more tenured. I feel like they've been around the block. Not to say Salvador hasn't, but when you're looking at the art, I mean, the black and red, they just pop. Give it to me, baby. That's it.
Right. That was it, right?
Shout out to
Come on.
78 points of articulation. Bruce is agreeing with me.
It's
He said 1 in
Hughes.
50
It's Hughes all day.
Hands down.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, we've said none of us are going to turn down a Ross sketch, but his color painted stuff is what we love. So these do nothing for me. But the Hughes is great. The Hughes is also the A cover, so you could get it with trade dress and still get the art for cheap. You don't have to pay crazy money, because I'm sure this 1 in 50 will go for, since it's Hughes and he's not doing a lot of covers these days. This one will probably go for a pretty penny. It's probably already at 75 if I had to guess, maybe even higher than that. So do yourself a favor and save a little cash in your pocket and get the B cover or A cover version.
Wait, the Hughes is in a B cover?
But I mean, it's a beautiful cover from him. It hit quite as good as this one. I think this is a great layout, really cool contrast, beautiful face, beautiful, sexy cover. I mean, this is prime Hughes.
This
right
is
here.
Alonzo
It's a great cover.
approved.
The LaRocca looks like a bad masterpiece card from.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say the same thing.
God, way to shed light, Mike. I can never unsee that now. Anybody want to trade this card?
Because there is a masterpiece that looks like this fucking cover.
Totally.
Kinda.
All right, I'll go. It's obviously Hughes, no mystery there, but I'll bring up more interesting notes. So I guess Marvel is doing something with Hughes here, where they're like doing a B cover and an incentive going forward. because there is also a Werewolf by Night on the FOC that ends tonight. That cover is badass. So I ordered the regular B covers. Actually, I love Werewolf by Night, and it had the girl with the red hair. What's her name? The Monster Hunter.
Bloodstone.
Yeah.
Bloodstone.
Had also Bloodstone on the cover with the werewolf. So I definitely pre-ordered that.
Shout out to ICT Vinny.
So they're definitely doing that huge thing where they're doing a B cover and also putting up as an incentive the same art. But also another cool thing out there right now, if we'll see, I ended it yesterday for DC, but because of Hughes, I'm thinking Via Lobos that he's doing Hispanic Heritage Month covers, and like the Bane is badass, and he did a Blue Beetle and a Green Lantern I already seen. So that when I think of Hughes, I think of Lobos as well now. So
Reba.
Same style. So it does look like Reba McEntire. So yeah, the Hughes, that's the hands down.
A young, beautiful Reba McEntire.
Yeah, 1980 Reba McEntire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no arguments from me. All the same.
Yo, I did not know this though. Still chilling says the Hughes seems to be reused though. I'd actually go with the LaRocco.
Yeah, the chat was a little mixed, but
reused from what?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
It doesn't matter.
It's reused.
It's
I
still
like
better.
this. Certain artist style lend more to sketch covers like Jim Lee and David Finch. Alex Ross is better off in color. Was never a fan of sketch variants and timeless variants. I know, dude. Those timeless, they saved you money. Don't even go for the black and white. They just tap you in the pockets.
I couldn't resist. I have one because it cost me $20. I was not going to say no to a $20 one in 100.
Yeah. You wouldn't. That's
with the Spidey villain. So I was good.
Okay, I see.
All right, let's go, Big Rob.
All right. Boom.
All right, we've got the Death of the Venomverse number 3. Is it 2? Number 2?
Yes.
Yeah. We got a 1 in 10 by Delato. It's the trade dress version, and we got the Virgin on the 1 in 50, and then we have a Derek Chu 1 in 100. All right, Mike.
Man, I don't like any of these. I'm hit or miss on Chu. Some things look way too digital. This is one of them. Other things don't. He's got that whatever that Captain Marvel title is with the hell's that thing called? That has a pretty nice cover on it to Chew as well, and I don't mind that one this week. I think it's a second print this week. Delato, of course, I usually absolutely love, but this one's way too busy. Way too busy. There's some cool elements. I actually like the background parts better than the characters, which is kind of ridiculous. These are all hard pass for me. If I have to choose, I would not buy any of these just for starters. But I guess if I have to, I'll just go with the cheapest one. Get away cheap.
100%. High five on that, brother.
I knew that was coming. Yeah. So, all right, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike picks a 1 in 10. Just get the cheapest and get out the way. All right, Big Rob.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think the Delato is a connecting cover, right?
It is.
Yeah, so it's hard to appreciate it since it's just a piece of the art, not the whole art. So it's hard to really appreciate it. But in general, I get a good general idea, and I don't like the.
If I'm not mistaken, he did the Spider-Verse connecting covers as well.
Yeah, those things are. They fetch a pretty good price.
Yeah, that's one of his calling cards. But the colors are too muted for me. It's just too dull. They're obviously black colored, but it just even the background's very dull. It's just like
the one time he doesn't go dark, it's with Venom.
Yeah, where's that black part?
Yeah, really,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard for me to like, and yeah, they Venom. They run that character to the ground, dude.
I think that's my bigger problem with all of this.
Yeah, Carnage.
Oh yeah, Carnage.
Isn't there there's also a different type of event? There's several Venomverses I think going on at the same time. I would go with the Chew, to be honest. It's the most expensive one. I would not spend the money they're asking for it, but it's at least it's cool video game art. It reminds me this Chew belongs on Marvel's Camcom or some shit like that. So on that aesthetic, I would definitely like it because it is totally Camcom art type, and that's something I was seeing Udon.
Yeah.
So Instead of Chun-Li, it's Venom, female Venom.
I'm putting the quarter on the game set because I got next. Just looking at that.
You've got next, sir.
I'm gonna go with the 1 in 10 Delato. As much as I love Virgin covers, I just couldn't force myself to be at a price at 1 in 50. I know my LCS is not going to charge me $50. If it's going to be a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Who knows if I talk them down? But for me, that the trade dress doesn't even bother me because everything's visible. Although I will agree it is a little mute, but I'm down with the 1 in 10. I'm a fan of Gabriel Delato. I love it. I'm kicking myself in the butt just missing out that Sonic the Hedgehog thing. Hey yo, to the House of Nerds show, what's going down? And it seems like the chat is with you on this, man. Let me go ahead and
just wait a year, you'll find it for retail, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't say the Derek Chu looks like a Marvel masterpiece as well.
True, right? Dang, look at Apollo Crews. I bet Chu uses AI, baby. I'll buy the 1 in 10 cover header. Yeah, with his hand and feel like he's doing the 1 in 50. I'm right there with you.
That X-Men art, this is gonna be an inside joke, but that X-Men art I put in our chat, that's AI art.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
That was really good.
It wasn't bad at all.
Oh, dude.
Honestly, like, if you know how comic book market works, if you get the 1 in 10, it's probably the cheapest. If you have to pick. But then you get the 1 in 50 like a couple years later when it's sitting in the back bins for like $10.
I get the 1 in 10 for 3, the 1 in 50 for 10, and the 1 in 100 for like 40.
Yeah.
I need to go to your guys' comic book store. Every time I go to my LCS, dude, they take my wallet and then they give me a good slap in the ass. And then all
the Delato Spider-Verse ones, except obviously the first Spider-Punk, or not, is it Spider-Punk? All of those covers were in there, the Delato in the back bins of my comic book store, and they were like $8, $9, $10. I should have grabbed them all, but I'm sure someone grabbed them by now.
Unless it's a key, Reef. If it was not a key,
yeah,
I wouldn't trip. People have very short memory. This shit would be dollar fodder, probably.
People have short memories, but if we can relive Superbad, people don't forget either. Remember that line?
I mean, look, there are obviously exceptions to that. I mean, there's going to be some that just blow everybody out of the water, and those will always be sought after. But those are really few and far between these days. I'm thinking like that orange and eggplant one from a couple of weeks ago. You know, like people are going to want that book forever because that book is never going to.
Your Sandman, your Death from Jenny Frison. That was
right, exactly. Like when it's prime work from an artist, like their top cover or one of their top covers, and it's super rare too. Then those will get beyond that. I mean, that's like 1% of these covers these days.
Yep.
There's a lot of covers. Yeah.
For that.
There's a lot of covers, and a lot of them are trash. Let's face it. or they're just noise, right? They're just forgettable. They're not bad. They're nothing new. They're something you've seen 1,000 times. Like even that Hughes. I like that Hughes, but he's got better covers. I'm not going to spend a ton of money on that one when I could get one of his classics for $75.
There's a lot of them too.
Get the Venom Boy cover, and that's it.
It goes back to what we've said a million times. You really, really, really should buy what you like. If your collection just becomes completely worthless tomorrow, do you still love what's in your? Do you still love what's in your short box? That's the key here.
And can you get to read it? That's a major question.
Read it, enjoy it, and move on.
And I think this is a key issue. The first Venom Boy.
There you go. I mean, Cohiba's just said right now. He said, "Get the Venom Boy cover, and that's it." He's so like, weird. "You saved
Venom Boy."
Venom Boy.
I think he's joking.
I actually think that's true. I think I read it.
Is
if that's true, they jumped the shark with the fucking
dude. Let me talk to the person who came up with the name Venom Boy. Like
I could see the fawns just jumping over the shark right now.
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
You see Batman doing the Patusi on the surfboard.
Yeah.
All right, Big Rob.
All
right. Well, we got the Cole #1. We got the 1 in 10 by Meredith McLaren. We got the 1 in 25 by, oh God, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. Daik Ruin. And then we got a 1 in 50 by Tula Lute. All right, Big Rob, what do you think?
Okay. Well, to the naked eye, you immediately say, "Oh, no, take no, hands down, no problem." But they're all very different, different style of arts. So it's everybody has different aesthetics that pleases them. So I could see all three being really good in their own personal way. It's like your mom said, "You're beautiful anyway you are," right? So
That's what my mom tells me.
yeah. So
My mama never told me that.
like the McLaren, it's very cool. Then that cult, very low budget video game vibe to it, like that almost like art video game. You ever seen those video games that look like art, like that little boy that fights those giant monsters? I can't remember that name. That
Isn't
game.
it? Oh God, it's on the tip of my tongue.
He has horns on it reminds me of that art. So that one's really cool itself. I love the way she drew the girl and the weeds and the glowing flowers and the giant fucking monster from Cloverfield in the background there.
Yeah, right.
So that's cool. And the middle one is very Stranger Things, very spooky, very. I love the moon, the background. It's very cool. But yeah, for my aesthetics, it's the Lotte. It's the most expensive one too. I love the LA Noir 80s synth vibe to it. She's at the club dancing to some, I don't know, The Cure or some shit.
Damn, you really paint the perfect picture.
Damn.
So she looks cool. The top, the hair, the graffiti, sad faces. Yeah, even it's like more flowers under her. If Momoko were done, she would have put the little, what do you call the lemongrass? But,
Yeah. I get you.
And some sort of circle frame.
We haven't even brought up a Momoko
she's
cover, and she just got...
and she has her knee up, and there's lemongrass all around her.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Lotte for me personally. But I think all covers are cool, and everybody, if you buy any of the covers, I think you're gonna be a happy person no matter what. But the Lotte is the winner in general.
All right, Steve.
Yeah, man. For me, it's the Lotte, man. She just knocked it out the park on this one. I feel like, I just love her work, man. I'm even like regretful about Barnstormers. Those covers were so good, and I know Mike was telling me get the bees to save yourself the cash, but yeah, I'm not forking the 50. I got some toy pre-orders that I gotta monitor, but for me, it's the Lotte. But I'm not saying anything bad about the other art. Everything else looks great, man. Like each cover has its own aesthetic, just like Big Rob said. Damn.
But doesn't it look like every different cover is a different book? Doesn't look like the same book?
Yeah. The first cover for 1 in 10
cool.
looks like exactly like video game art. 100%.
Like science fiction, right? The first one, and the middle one's very like mystery, Scooby Doo go and hunt shit.
Yeah, dude, totally. Yeah. Again, if you're a fan of the covers, if you could do the 1 in 10 to save yourself the money, you'd probably be a happy camper. But if you're a Tula Lotte fan and you buy a lot of her work, and eventually you just want to meet with her and have her sign something like this, this is a good one. This is a good piece. I feel like
which I highly recommend. She is a sweetheart. She doesn't
Totally.
do a whole lot of shows in the States because she's from Britain, but she really is very sweet, and she does do sketches. So yeah, she's worth meeting if you get the moment to meet her.
Scooby Doo shit. Yeah. Does Image do a lot of 150s? I can't remember.
So I'm
Not
obviously
very
on the
much.
Lotte train. I'm on the Lotte train on this one as well, but I agree with Rob. Each of these appeals to a very different audience, and I think that's really cool. To sort of a little something for everybody is kind of nice. The three very different styles, three very different aesthetics for whatever fan is interested in this book. It's obviously new. I don't know if it'll be any good. I haven't heard any buzz one way or another, negative or positive. The Lotte is a cool, impactful, compelling cover. It's not as good as Sir Night Terror's Catwoman. This, but it's going to be getting some of my money no matter what. Either with that one alone or with this one too, if I can find it. Although I can't imagine anybody around me is ordering 50 copies of a new book like this, but maybe. But yeah, I kind of like all three of them, but the Lotte is by far the best one to me.
That 1 in 10 reminds me.
And by the way, Bruce, I did see. Sorry.
No,
Hi,
no.
Mike.
I was just going to comment on Bruce's comment from before. You're right. I mean, that Hughes could become a classic. You're right, and then I could kick myself for not buying it, but I will be buying the B cover version of it anyway. So it might be. You never know.
You know, that 1 in 10.
I don't know.
You never know 10 years from now what people covers that people,
That's true.
That 1 in
people
10
just
reminds me
ignore
of
covers
Horizon
for
Dawn.
years, and then all of a sudden they become hot.
The art.
Oh yeah,
That was the
nice.
game that was in my head. Horizon Dawn.
Yeah, I was thinking
Nice.
of that one,
Yep,
but
yep.
also I remember the name. Echo was the other one.
Okay, there you go. Man, get out of my head.
Yeah, I like all.
Oh,
three.
Echo. I remember that game.
Yeah.
You know,
Too.
it's funny too because when you guys looked at these covers, I didn't want to tell you what the book was about. I wanted to see if the covers gave any of that away, and you guys pretty much nailed it. It's like something is killing the children with like a Goonie Stranger Things vibe to it.
Can we get an AU guys?
So,
you guys.
so yeah, I mean you kind of nailed it on that second cover. That's what that reminds me of. And then the third one, it gives me like Jessica Jones vibes.
Yes.
What was that movie from like the 90s, like mid 90s, where they were like celebrating New Year's and they had like this device on their head? They're all drugged out. Oh, God,
Strange
I can't remember.
Days.
Yes, like, that's giving me that vibes too. So yeah, I mean, obviously Lotte wins, but all three covers are great.
Well, it's not Lotte. When I'm thinking nightclub 1980s, I'm thinking Sarah Connor at the nightclub when the Terminator changed.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Yeah, Big Rob's MVP today,
Damn,
dude.
he went to the first movie.
Sheesh.
I'm old.
All right, man.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
All right. I couldn't resist putting the worst covers on here that I thought of all the Night Terrors, and obviously DC, but it's Batman Superman World's Finest number 18. We got the 1 in 25 by Ariel Cologne, and we got the 1 in 50 by Megan Hetrick.
Oh, shit.
I just, Steve, just comment.
I can't even comment to this, man. I'm just looking at this like, look at Mike. He's doing what I want to do. This
He's
is
like
just
scratching his skin off of his
absolutely-
face right now.
Yeah, dude. Like, you really, I mean, I think I might have a freaking
Older.
spontaneous combustion right now, dude. Like, this is horrible. Neither. Let me just say that. I'm going to save my money.
Same book. Can't believe it.
Look at Superman. He just looks so oddly shaped. And
These
what
are
is
both
Batman?
tough covers.
It's like half a Batman riding a bike. And oh my god,
Man, you know
This
what really
is good.
what really sucks about these covers is it looks like a lot of work went into both of them, and they still suck.
Man, horrible. God. And I mean, again, no artists are harmed. This is just my opinion and our opinion. But again, I truly believe what Mike says. We are going to hold these artists accountable for what they do. I mean, it's like in any job, right? If you were being lazy in your job, they're going to hold you accountable. Your boss is going to be like, "Hey, Steve, come in here," you know. But yeah, this is not good. I'm not saying that my
publisher
boss is
for
wrong.
making the choices to make these the covers.
I mean, I knew what you were thinking.
Incentives. God, especially incentives.
I'd buy her profile picture before either.
And
I'll buy
he's
the black
talking
one,
about
too.
Ariel too. That has no picture.
Yeah, the blank one from
Uh,
League of Comics.
Origin of when Superman first meets Batman. Get you the B cover, A cover, whatever other cover, but do not stay so far away from these incentives. Oof.
All
I
right,
think
Mike.
also too. I think before we
Ouch.
move on, 'cause I think we're all going to just move on and just say pass on these. But both of these artists have the potential to give us really good covers, and
Yes.
I mean, I hold both of them to a much higher standard than this. These are both bad covers, and you know what? It's not just them this week. Look at Perillo's Red Sonja cover this week. If you want to see a stinker from Perillo,
Oh, that's later.
Why you gotta punish Mike? Why you gotta punish Mike?
A Perillo stinker. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I had to put it on there.
The irony that these covers belong.
He said, "We're gonna see you later, Mike."
to
We're
Titled
gonna see that one
Girls
later.
Finest. Dude, you ain't never lie, Hyper.
Oh, are we really going to see that one later?
Yeah.
Did you put that piece of shit on there? Oh,
Yeah.
that thing's terrible.
I got you covered, Mike. I got you covered.
Heretic trying to flip the aesthetic of
So you're done with these covers, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
All right,
done.
Big
I think
Rob.
We're really done. You look at even Trish said these covers are met. Everybody in the chat's just buzzing.
So the first
They're
thing I
there,
thought.
kind of a mess.
So the one on the right, it's stupid. It's wrong. It's a mess. But it's just a bad cover. The one on the left is so bad. It's memorable bad. It's like remember the peace team Batman?
Yes.
The yellow, that memorable.
Yeah, dude.
I have a DVD of black and white, and it's the Filipino Batman. That's what it looks like.
Yes, with the ears.
Yeah, with the long ears, the cape. It's a black and white Filipino version of Batman that I have. It's from the 1950s or something like that. It looks like that, number one. And the one on the right looks like the first thing I thought to mind is it looks like the bootleg Czechoslovakian Superman to me, but
bootleg.
yeah, from like Czechoslovakia, a country that doesn't even exist anymore and shit.
Oh God!
Part of the communist bloc and shit.
What Earth is that?
I feel like these covers are like piñatas right now, and there's no candy coming out of it, dude. There's nothing.
It's Earth 626 shit.
You guys probably don't collect foreign comic versions of your favorite comics, but I do. And a lot of times you'll run into redraw covers. So you get like, I don't know, a Ramita cover that got redrawn by some schmo in Poland.
Oh no!
And you're like, you missed a couple of things here, and that's what both of these covers kind of remind me of, like someone who was trying to mimic somebody else's work. Like both of them were trying to be Joe Jusko.
It's like,
Really
it's like Eastern Bloc 1970s art.
Oh my God,
You
I'm
are the
dying
world's
looking at
finest
this
food.
chat right now. They're killing me.
Yeah, there's some good chat.
Was that
comments, man.
Batman eating some chicken adobo?
That's hilarious.
when you order
Some
roast
pencil-
fighters from Timmy.
Yeah, the left one, like even the background doesn't match the characters. Like
I'm
it
in
just
tears
it's
right
so
It's like
bad.
some fucking kid drew it with crayons and shit.
It's so bad. I'm
think
so
we've done
sorry
enough.
I exposed all of you to this.
And
We've
the
wasted
fire,
way
you.
too much time on both of these covers.
How
the
dare
fire
you,
looks
Jeff.
like Photoshop
It's bad.
That's the Lumpias already.
from like Google Images and shit. All right, let's move on.
This was bad.
Yikes.
But it's memorable. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Dude. It's gonna be one of those conversational pieces like when you're out and about. You remember that shitty ass cover?
You know when
Stands for
you leave an image on a TV too long and it burns the image into the screen?
Burning my eyes right now.
That's happened in my mind now.
Yeah. Superman never
Oh.
looks so less super. All right. So is a battle of the 1 in 100s. Now we got a Momoko here for you. We got the Spider-Man number 11 Virgin variant from Peach Momoko. And then we've got the George Perez Virgin variant of Uncanny Avengers number 1. Mike, I know you're struggling, sir.
You're
I
gonna
know
make me
struggling.
do this. I can't believe you're gonna make me say this on the air. You're gonna make me choose between these two covers, and you're gonna
That's what we're waiting for.
that I have to choose the Momoko, which is so wrong of you. It's so wrong of you.
I was laughing a couple of these.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Even though I can't stand the money grab that is the George Perez 1 in 100, I'm still gonna choose the fucking Perez because I refuse to allow myself on the air to choose that Momoko over anything with George Perez's name on it. I would rather just cut out Perez's signature and keep that. Not the worst one of these, to be honest. If we're backing off the funny for a second, this is not the worst of the Perez's.
No.
It's actually not a terrible cover. It's certainly not his finest work ever. It's, there's this money grab thing going on. And I actually don't hate the Momoko either, to be honest with you. I actually hate that border thing that she did. I don't know why that's even there.
I was gonna say it's not circular and there's no lemongrass. So.
It just doesn't make sense. The skyline looks like my 4-year-old drew it. It's Terrible. It's really begrudgingly in this particular case, and only because it's George Perez. And I just can't. I can't besmirch his legacy like that. So it's the
I
Perez.
had you twitching for a minute though.
You did have me twitching for a minute.
Yeah,
Big
he was rubbing
drop.
his head like, oh, damn it, Jeff.
Hard times means hard choices, and Mike didn't want to do it, but it's the Momoko was a better cover. It's better. It's better art. The George Perez he was half asleep when he drew that shit. It's very, very generic. It belongs on a promotional Wonder Bread bag. Buy 10 bags of Wonder Bread and you get a plastic in return or some shit like that. But the Momoko, it's better. It's more interesting. I know it's very kiddish, but that's her goal. That's what was her aim. Somehow she put rose petals in there. She found to put something cutesy in there, so she put rose petals. She managed to do that. It's very Momoko, but it's also very memorable. It brings me back to 1966 Spider-Man. That's where it takes me to. Just a very simple art of him swinging through the sky with this very generic, little motion. They use the same motion over and over. So and I guess the border is just trying to make you think of a frame or a marble card or something. So it's cute and it's interesting. It's different. It is kind of different from Momoko art. She typically doesn't do stuff. It's a little different. So yeah, the Perez is super generic. Like I said, it's Wonder Bread all day, every day. So Momoko.
Steve,
I'm on the opposite. Although as much as I hate these money grabs, it's pissing me off. You disrespecting this poor man's great name. I feel like the Captain America is better to me. But yeah. I mean that I'm going George Perez, R.I.P. Look at this. You got Reef saying, "Check this out, guys. I bought an earlier new Teen Titans book and looked inside the front cover, and it was signed by Perez.
Sweet.
Wow.
Woo! Congrats.
That's a hell of a find.
Cohiba said, Momoko is a Spider Boy full origin story. You got Hyper saying, attention all shoppers. We have a toddler web slinger to the left, and his parents come and pick him up. You got James said, dude, this is my favorite. Haven't seen Hard Times, baby, since Dusty Rose.
Hot times.
Yeah, Hard Times, baby.
It's on the plumber.
Yeah.
Hot times.
You know what I think Marvel did to the Perez cover is terrible. Why would they put all those black stars on it? Like it's covering the art. It makes no sense. Who cares? So yeah, that's kind of bad. I actually am picking the Momoko just because it's not her typical Momoko. It's not with the leaves and all the flowers. And then it looks like it could be like she can actually probably draw a pretty decent anime version of a comic book. So
of course.
At least it's not the other stuff where it's just like, in the little flower patch. Yeah.
Also, if I wouldn't buy none of these, but
yeah,
I'm a flipper. Momoko is the easy flip.
True.
And Perez, you're stuck with that book. You gotta sell it for like $25 probably.
And obviously, I always say it like if it isn't worth the 1 in 100, these already have trade dress covers. So I mean, I think they're A and B covers.
I guarantee you, this Momoko's gonna be it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Ooh, do you have any Wonder Bread for the He-Man figures?
Oh God, I wish.
I wish. I do have one Dar, the modern version.
All right. Well, I guess we've all talked about this enough, so let's move it on.
Ooh, hey.
All right. We've got What If Dark Moon Knight #1, a David Mack 1 in 50. I know we've been over this over and over, but what do you think, Steve?
So, I love David Mack's work. It's aesthetically pleasing to me. I love the creativity, the direction that he has. Also, a very nice guy, but it's a little fatigue for me. I feel like you see one, you see them all.
Pretty much.
They're you know, I just yeah, 1 in 50. I'm gonna pass on that. I think it's dope. I mean, I still dig the cover, but I just I'm a little fatigued right now for this cover. It's just not doing it for me.
All right, Mike.
Copy.
For some reason, I'm not seeing the image change. I still see the Momoko and the Perez on my screen.
Oh no! Did you freeze up on us?
Am I frozen?
No, you're moving.
Here, let me try again.
Okay. Oh, yep. Yep. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, see that? That's weird. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of in the same camp on Mac. I really do like Mac's work, but they all really do look so similar to each other. At least this one doesn't have that weird sort of like design bordery thing that he's been doing a lot lately. And I mean, I do love his work, and I like the watercolor sort of kind of the flow of the work is really nice. And so I don't hate to see it as a 1 in 50. Maybe I've just seen too many of these kinds of covers from him on regular covers, and so I'm a little spoiled. That could be as well. So I don't hate this cover, but there's no way in the world I'd pay a premium for this one. And I don't think very many other people will down the road either. This is a perfect case of what we talked about earlier, which is to wait until later on a cover like this. I really don't think it's going to be worth a whole hell of a lot, but I do like the cover from just a purely artistic standpoint. There's a lot of cool little details on, I'm interested in what's happening on the cover, and I like his style, but only at cover price.
Hyper, man, you got to tip.
That's
You got to
funny.
tip Hyper. No, you got to tip this herd chat, man. Check this out. He said, "Wow, Mike's experiencing his own personal hell having that previous slide stuck in motion."
He goes, no. Mike, it did move. Those images just burned into your brain and your eyes.
That might be true. That might be true.
I'm dying today, man.
Hey, Big
Jesus.
Rob, what you think?
We should all quit and just let the chat do the show, because they're way
Right?
funnier than us.
They're like, step aside.
My job easy.
Seriously.
I like how Trish pointed out they do look like coffee mug.
Oh yeah, right. She got- oh my god. Here, let's highlight that.
And he spilled some too, obviously, and he just kind of wiped it
all
off.
brown. It looks like white paper was spilled on coffee and shit.
True.
Yeah, it's you guys already said it, but it's just like it's basically the same shit over and over. It's just different characters. I think he is a great artist. I would love to see him work outside his box and do something completely different.
Yes.
Like something totally different. Just I don't know, just something different tools, different types of use pencil or use a marker or a spray can or do something different. He's very artistic. He has a lot of talent. I would love to him just to do something completely different, and that would be cool because he could probably make something really crazy. And just don't go so abstract or so concept. Make it pretty, straightforward, clear, sharp, high res. That's some hot fucking vague dream that you dream about an hour and you're forgetting already.
But what I will say though, I got a sick ass poster of Prince that he did. God, I can't believe that frame.
Yeah, and that was great when it came out, right? Because it was like something different, something new. But after 1,000 times,
no, that's why I said I'm fatigued. I'm tired.
Even a cheeseburger after 1,000 times sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
It's every fucking day.
Baby. I can go in and out all day.
Art's not bad. It's just give me something different. Give me a little more.
Yeah,
give me something nuanced.
Yeah. A little bit something different.
All right, let's move on. All right, we got Arthur Adams, Alpha Flight number 1 in 50. Who did we end? Big Rob. So, Mike.
Yes.
Fucking hell, man! Come
She's
on.
scared. She's scared.
Hey,
Yeah.
you
or
have
she
the
dropped
same
the
thought
tooth.
as I did when I saw this. I know you do.
Damn, I don't know.
Look at Arthur. Look at Arthur's face. Looking at you, Mike.
We love you. We love
Yeah,
you.
what he's doing. I have to like.
He's
I
like,
have to-
Mike.
I have to be on air, like literally motherfucking all of these
Great artists.
great artists. This is horrible. And look, I know
He's
Adams
side-eyeing
has.
you and shit.
I know Adams's characters have a look, and sometimes it works.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm
I
dying.
am dying, guys. Good God.
I quit.
I know. Somebody send people in, please.
Jesus.
We're done for the night. Oh my god.
Oh my god! There's nothing to even say. I want to say good things about it. I love snow covers. I have liked Arthur Adams covers in the past. They also jammed the Alpha Flight logo smack over the top of her head. They couldn't have cropped this differently.
Yeah.
This doesn't
Really?
look like final art.
1 in 50 on top of it, like. You're right. You're right. It doesn't look like final art. You're absolutely right. It looks like we're going to see a different cover on the shelf. I have nothing good to say about this, and I'm really upset that I have to slam these classic artists today, and it's making me really nervous. I'm going to get struck down by lightning. Lord of Brooklyn is going to say something in a minute. I can feel it.
Yeah, he said James equals demonetized for life. But I gotta give James the
He's ready. Yeah.
So good. It was so good.
hashtag worst hand job ever. Come on. You're not like it's her eyes. It's just all in her eyes. I mean, she looks surprised. Like Jesus.
Hey, I didn't make the decision to make these incentive covers. Okay.
I disagree. It's everything, not just the eyes. It's the fucking face,
It's
the
the
hair,
face.
the chest. The coolest part is her eagle claw.
Right?
I just erased a photo out of my photo roll, and it said "move to trash."
Oh god.
Yeah.
I want to move this cover. I want to move this to trash. Can we move this to trash?
Let's do that right now.
Move to trash.
You guys,
Yeah,
I
seriously.
got tears in my eyes. I'm freaking wiping tears just to
Oh gosh. Well, thank goodness I put this one after that last one. X-Men Red number 14, the 1 in 25 by Mirka and Dolfo. Well, there you go. Mirka's doing some Marvel covers, incentive covers, and it's of Storm. So, all right, Big Rob, what you think?
Well, yeah, I've been really critical of like the Mohawk Storm, and they've been doing a ton of these and shit. But I actually do like this one. This is compared to the last few covers, this is like fucking God, you know.
on God.
On God.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Word. I like the effect. I hope they're keeping this. But I like the effect of mixing the art with the UPC code. There's like blue splatter on the white box. You see that?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's almost like warm.
Oh,
Yeah. This looks good. For sure.
So I love that little touch of adding that, and I like that she signed her signature in blue ink. So it kind of totally blends into the background really good. So you barely see it, and it's a cool signature actually.
mm-hmm.
I love the line work on Storm. I know it's very outliney. You can really see the outline of it, but it looks cool on her. It's really well done. I love the hair, how her big white. It's not a traditional mohawk. It's more of a fluffy, like My Little Pony thing going on. And then-
ponytail.
well,
Yeah.
That lightning
No.
effect.
damn it! Come on, man! You're gonna give Trish the open door.
And but I love it. But it's very fluffy, right? So I love how
Right
it
in.
blends in with the white cloud behind her, with the burst of light. The lightning looks cool. They did the splatter painting also on the Fall of X corner logo, and it makes it brings in these big white corner box shits into the art. Yes, My Little Pony. It brings them in. At least it becomes part of the art. It's at least it makes it more synergy, more natural. Not like these two foreign objects on a piece of art.
Yeah.
So I like the idea. I wish they would have done that with the X-Men red logo with the bright yellow. So just add some splatter of blue. That would have been cool too. But at least it's not a complete horrible trade dress there. At least it's kind of something different. So yeah, this is one for me personally, one of my more recent favorite storm covers because they've done a ton. So this is a good one. 125. Okay, Merca, home run.
I see.
Steve.
Yeah, dude, I agree. This cover, I would buy this cover. I'm not on this series, but I'm hearing good things about X-Men and like the run and the reading and everything like that. I mean, shout out to John's Comics with Kids and Justin, No Good Comics. I mean, they've been keeping me up to date. But this cover is badass. I already know Justin would purchase this 100%. This looks good. Awesome. I love the hair. Kind of it's just mixed in with that lightning effect. I mean, the anatomy of her pose, it's dynamic. I mean, if you had an action figure pose with this, I mean, shout out. I'm looking at you, 78 points of articulation. I better see a picture tomorrow. But this is sick. 100%. I would buy this. And I'm not even reading this. It should just be strictly covered by I see you, Mirka, and I'm liking it.
This will be above ratio.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I agree, and I'm a sucker for storm covers anyway. I think she has historically been a character that's gotten the short end of the stick on covers. She has some beautiful ones, don't get me wrong, and there's some beautiful ones during the sort of Cockrum era of the original run too. But this is good. This is, and again, I don't know if I'd go so far as to say a root canal would be a nice palette cleanser for tonight's covers, but yet. This overdo it. We go back and look at that Hetrick and Ariel Cologne one that we looked at before. So much extra work in both of those terrible covers. Whereas this one doesn't need to be that crazy complicated and intricate in order to be great. It's good pose, good anatomy, dynamic, good contrast, sort of traditionally done, classically done. Just a really good, solid cover. I think well worth the ratio. And I agree with the trade dress. This time they kind of spread it out and made it smaller and didn't ruin the art by adding the stuff in the wrong places. Yes, there's too much crap going on the cover, yet it doesn't destroy the cover this time. So yeah, I agree. This is a solid, good cover. I can see people paying ratio for this.
I mean, the cool thing is it's the trade dress is behind the art and not in front of it. It's not obscuring it.
Agreed.
And then even the corner ones, they're not really obscuring anything important. This is part of the Fall of X run, series. So
on a 1 in 12. Oh, sorry.
No. Just go ahead.
I just don't know why on a 1 in 25 or a 1 in 50 incentive, Marvel can't put the damn barcode on the back.
I don't
doesn't
get
make
it
any
either.
sense to me. I don't.
That would have been nice.
But if you're going to put it in the front, at least work it into the art somehow. Let the guy who does the titles and all that play with it, and put some pizzazz to it, like he did on this one.
Right. Agreed. It's a little better than normal.
The good thing is I like Merca's artwork anyways, and she doesn't do. I don't, at least not that I know of, does a lot of Marvel.
Yeah.
So, and I'm starting to see a little bit more covers from her on Marvel. So, I mean, this is cool, and obviously Storm's a great character, and I guess the best part about it is everyone's mentioning is the hair. Like I think like it feels like even the hair goes all the way back from all the way behind her as well.
Yep.
100%.
And it looks like it's like has lightning going through it. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah.
It's like a cloud mixed in with air.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. That's the winner. All right. Let's go on to the next one. All right, we got Bjorn Berens. We got his 1 in 25 for Star Wars Darth Vader number 37. I immediately saw this and I was like, woohoo! So you know what? Let's start with Mike. Let's start with Mike.
So I haven't liked Berens's work as of late overall. And this week he's got a couple of covers that I like, and this is one of them. This one, and there's a Ghost Rider cover that I also like. This. I'm not sure what it is that I started to not like. I think it just looked a little too digital and static. to me without a lot of dynamic nature to it. And this one doesn't really need to. You got Vader's mask, which of course is like the C-3PO factor, right? There's no expression on his face, so that's fine. You can do a static picture. So this is sort of the right artist for this piece. When I don't know, it's just there's a regality to why can't I remember his name?
Oh, that senator guy.
Senator.
Yeah.
Oh hell, Rob, help me out.
Oh, that's
right
the
hand
Emperor's.
man to Palpatine.
Yeah, right hand man. Yeah, his name is unimportant, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
But his
name
demeanor is also very stoic.
Yes.
Yeah, but I should know it though. I collect all the figures and stuff. It'll come to me,
Dude.
But regardless, he's a very stoic character. So, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So it works. It just works on this cover. I think there's nice contrast between the character and the background, and there's just a nice. I'm using nice, a good depth to it, and I'm feeling the atmosphere that I don't often feel with Beren since he started on the Spawn covers way back. He kind of lost something along the way, and this cover kind of redeems him back to me a little bit this time around. So I like this one, and it's a Vader book anyway, so it's going to sell for $25 or more regardless, even if it were the crappiest cover ever. But since it's actually a good cover, I think this one will do really well.
It does bring you back to Spawn covers because of the red.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, this character is forgettable, Mike. I've seen this character a million times. I've seen his toys a million times. I don't remember his fucking name.
Damn.
Yeah, I just know he's the one. He's the right hand man for Palpatine. He's more important in books. In the film, very minimal screen time. But I will say that you hardly ever see him on the cover. So, as a Star Wars fan, this is actually probably a good buy if you're building a collection of Star Wars books, because not too many books with him on the cover. So, if you're trying to collect, if you're trying to get every character on a cover of a Star Wars book, here's your chance to get this guy, and it's a 1 in 25. So, it'll be more of a ghostly book, because this is issue 37. So, you got it.
Mazda.
Yes.
Masameda. That's it. Yeah.
Dang, what a
that was going to kill me.
Oh, this is my boy Masameda.
I don't even know if they actually say his name.
Was that the African thing?
I was gonna say assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, there you go.
I was gonna say masalamu alaikum. I'm saying assalamu alaikum.
There you go.
I can remember the bald one. That's Sly Moore. Sly Moore is the one on the other side of him. That one was easy for whatever reason, but this one was hard. Anyway, sorry to interrupt, but
No, you're fine. It's crazy you remember that shit though. Yeah, dude, it's a cool cover in general, and it's a good art. It's definitely above ratio. 100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Steve.
Yeah, I dig it. I think this was the one for him, man. I mean, I thank you that you put some better covers, man, because I was about to lose my shit in a little bit.
Had to get better.
Yeah, it had to get better, and this is. I love the perception of it. I love Vader. It's like Vader's like kind of using him as a Queen's Gambit chess piece. He's like, checkmate, bitch. Like that. Hakuna Matata to you as well.
Is this the story where we find out how he kills this guy, Vader? I'm pretty sure he got rid of this guy.
And then shout out to Bjorn Baron's like sly look. I mean, if he gives that look to the ladies, for sure he's closing the deal.
No, that's the look to Mike. Like, don't kill my art, dude.
Maybe.
Selling for about 35 right now, but I bet you that goes down a little bit when it actually releases, and there's a lot of them out there.
On Wednesday, yeah, but long term,
and it'll go back up by Friday to 50.
Yeah.
Long term is definitely a ghost book though. 37 issue 125.
Yeah, we're gonna find that one.
For sure. People will FOMO into it later.
Yeah, I can't believe we're in issue 37. Holy shit!
Again,
volume 3, right? Volume 2 didn't get this far.
No, it only got to 25.
Volume
First.
1 did.
1 got to 25, 2 got to 25 as well, I think, didn't it?
Oh, so they both did. This is the longest run then.
Yeah, this is the longest run, I think.
Market.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh man, can I get a hardcore station? To my man,
All right,
Bobby
Big Rob.
De La Ghetto. What's up, Bobby? Good
All
to
right.
see you, brother. Good to see you.
All
Here we
right.
go. Here we go. Damn, dude. Mike, you were not lying when you said that. Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's go here. We got Red Sonja. This is number 2.
Yeah.
1 in 10 by Joseph Michael Linzer. We've got the 1 in 10 by Lucio Perillo. There's a lot more than just the 1 in 10 from Lucio too. We got a 1 in 50 by Bjorn Brenz. We've got a 1 in 75 by In-Hyuk Lee, and we got a 1 in 100 by Stephen Platt. So these 3 on the right, they're obviously virgin variants. There are trade dress versions, and there are different versions of the Perillo as well. But for these, we'll let Mike simmer a little, and we'll start with Steve.
God, kind of putting me in a pickle here. Shout out to Rage in Cajun Comics is in the building. Before I go with this, any of these covers, let's identify this question here. Obi-Wan Kenobi number 1 in 25. Would you buy? Yes, no, maybe so.
No, I would wait. That's a $15 book later.
Okay, all right, we got it.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of copies of it.
I know
Yo.
it's the first appearance of the 5th, whatever, 7, 12, 44th sister, but
Seven Sister.
That Lisner looks dope. The Perillo looks like she has a hunchback. Her positioning is not right. Like her shoulder, like she has more back than shoulder, right? I feel like. The Barons looks good. I dig that. In-Hyuk Lee looks a little too digital for me. And then that Platt looks dope. I like the way he drew it out. But I'm gonna save myself the money and go Lisner. 100%.
you mean Brian McClay?
Yeah, my man, the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, we can go backwards here. Big Rob.
Man,
Son of a bitch.
The tits of the Lee is ridiculous, man. She's like fucking Zeta. Jesus Christ, Red Sonja does not. She got some implants going on and shit, so that's ridiculous. That's not knowing your space there in Huckley. Perillo's cool, but it's just kind of a generic Perillo. The Lisner is interesting. Very, I don't know, very, what's that? Shit, I can't remember. But very old school type art.
Fantasy.
Yeah, very fantasy, very magazine type art. Grocery store thing going on, right? But I like the Barents. Nothing wrong with Barents. Very interesting, cool digital art. Very, very video game version there of Red Sonja. I like the Platt. It's the most expensive one, but it's very Usagi Ojimbo vibe to it.
There you go.
So I dig that. It just brings me that lone warrior roaming the countryside and just fucking up motherfuckers, right?
100%.
Yeah. So because the Barents is doing the same thing, but it's just I think the Platt just gives you more texture to it, more vibe to it. So I dig it. That's the one I would go with just on art. It's the most expensive one, but it was money wise, I'll just go with the Listener. But yeah, the Platt for sure.
Well, remember those versions have trade dresses, so.
Well, there you go. $5.
Super. Yeah.
I'm doing the Platt.
All right, Mike.
Again, here I go for the third time tonight, and this is a first for me. I need Perillo work, and this one I really don't like. And this is maybe his worst cover in years. There's all kinds of proportional problems. Like the boobs are too low. The back is a hunchback. The face is terrible. He didn't even do a good job on the hair this time. Like it's just so weird and wrong and just ugly. And it's so rare for him for that to be the case. The Barents, I applaud Barents for one particular thing in this case, which is sort of the redesign of the comic. costume that essentially, the same basic costume for her entire history. Oh, well, two costumes, I guess. But it looks a little bit too static for me, which has been my problem with Berenz's work overall, and doesn't really work with Red Sonja. She's supposed to be in like a fury, and she's supposed to look tough and in action and all that. So that brings me backwards to the 1 in 10, the Linsner. I love Linsner's work, and I know that it's sort of 90s.
Red Dawn, right?
It's got an aesthetic to it that people, but for me, it screams comic art. He's perfect for Red Sonja. And what he often does is very still images of her. He doesn't do these sort of action berserker kind of images of her very often. And I really love that he's done that on this cover. So that's my favorite, although I really do like the plaid. The problem that I have with the plaid is it looks a little bit too much like a Cho to me. It has the feel of a couple of the Chos that already exist. And so it kind of feels like it's been done already. Of course, then Hayek Lee looks too digital and out of proportion for me. So for me, it's the Linsner, not just because it's the cheapest one, but I actually think it's the best piece of art this time around.
Yes, those are the two best.
Yeah. I mean, her leg's a little off when I look at it, but maybe she's jumping in the air and she's going to slash someone's head off.
Yeah, it is. He tried to foreshorten that. I'm not sure he accomplished it perfectly, but I do like that there's this action motion going on that he doesn't do very often. So
I do love Mike's description of the Perillo. It's basically like a normal. Her boobs are sagging, her back is hunching. It's not just like a regular woman. So
Yeah,
You're
damn,
so mean.
dude.
You're so mean.
yeah, dude. That was just.
Surprised your wife hasn't yelled
I
at
don't
you
want
right now.
Yeah, dude, she comes out of. She's just like.
So I heard that shit. We wait till later tonight.
Yeah.
I actually agree with Mike. And then that Hayek Lee, I really wish he didn't do like the whole Asian Pride version of Red Sonja. So
you mean the K-pop version?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, what kind of song she's.
Yeah. All right, let's move it on. Woohoo! Some better art.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
right.
I couldn't pick all of them. There's so many different damn covers. So this is Disney Villains Maleficent number 4. This is the 1 in 10. I have no idea who's doing the action figure ones.
They never say it.
Yeah. And then you got the 1 in 10 by J. Scott Campbell.
Surprise, that's why.
We got the 1 in 20 by Rebecca Puebla. We got the 1 in 20 by Sue Lee. And the 1 in 20 by Jennifer L. Meyer. All right. Mike.
So I kind of like them all. I don't like the action figure one. I never like them on these. For the reasons
Come on, open it.
that I always give. Yeah, well, no, it's not that. It's just that I don't. There's supposed to be a nostalgia involved with the action figure thing, and these figures don't exist. There's no nostalgia with this. So I'm mad, but like I want it to remind me of owning a toy. That's the whole point. I do like the Campbell. It's a cool departure for him again. He's done a couple of these already, and I liked them already, but still not my favorite here. I have no problem with the Puebla or the Lee, but I really love the Meyer. And the reason that I particularly love the Meyer, and I've loved all of the Meyers, is because she seems to have captured the aesthetic of the movie the other artists have been doing, which is this grand 78 millimeter scope background thing with these characters that are a little bit smaller to show just the grand nature of the atmosphere and the environments. And I think she does a really fantastic job capturing that feeling. It's what I love so much about the film. Ergo, it's what I like so much about her covers. Is she's clearly got that aesthetic in her mind, and she is translating that onto all of her covers really, really well. And so while it might not be art of all of them, I think it's the most compelling cover from a compositional standpoint. I know I just got super artsy and technical there, but
I needed that.
But to me, I think that's the prime cover in this series.
No, it makes sense.
Kind of like a scene, just a whole scene of the movie.
Yes, exactly.
it feels very much like what Disney would do is put on a poster or and anything that like a wall hang, like those
100%.
arts that they sell. This is exactly
Yep.
what they would use, this type of picture. So yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
Her number one really does it. Like if you want to really see it in its best form, check out her cover for number one. But this does it too.
Big Rob.
Well, yeah, me personally, I like them all. Particularly more the Puebla and the Meyer. But I agree, the Meyer is definitely Disney all the way. It's totally that reminds me. Go on, you can probably catch it on YouTube. There's a YouTube video that shows. Hey, quiet you.
She's trying to answer your question, Doc.
It shows this the camera system they have is this is like 20 feet tall,
Yes,
right?
she does, Trish.
It's like 20 feet tall, and each object on that image is painted on glass. So the camera like kind of zooms down,
Yep.
and it just keeps going down and down and down. Doesn't agree with me. Yeah, it just goes down. So it totally reminds me because there's an example they used on that. They did a short film on that camera for Disney back in the 50s, whatever it was. And this image reminds me of that example they used. It was like an old barn and like a night, just same kind of scenario in this image. So when I see this, it reminds me of that short film. It's on YouTube, just to look it up. But it's definitely that represents 1950s Disney art, 100%. The rest are all great. I do find the lead funny though, because the horse is kind of camouflaged into the fucking background because of the coloring.
I didn't even know the horse. I was like, "What's that guy sitting on?"
That's real magic.
Yeah, right. It's a
No,
forest
that's-
angel type of shit. Swamp
Yeah,
Cat. I collected.
It's
all
part of the
so
reason
many-
why the movie would have put Disney out of business had it not been a success. It cost them so much money to film it
Yeah,
and to get it ready for 78 millimeter projection that it would have put them out of business had they. Isn't that crazy to think? Disney out of business?
well, I feel like Walt Disney back then, they almost like every film was like a roll of the
Make or
dice.
break. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Like he'll mortgage the house to make that fucking film, and then it was everyone was the success. And I think Fantastic was the first failure, but everything else was a winner.
Nice. Steve.
Yeah, man, I love all these covers, dude. Even the action figure. I'm not too prone to buying action figures, but I love the art on the background. The J. Scott Campbell. Oh man, is that going to come out with spine ticks? Like it's the black background. I mean,
9/8, right?
The art looks perfect. I love it. You know what I would do? I would get his signature, like Cohiba said, it's in like a glow in the dark like pin.
Well, he's saying he wished that was a glow in the dark cover because
I
it'd
want
be perfect.
glow in the dark signature. That's what I want, and even a remark at the very top, maybe. The Rebecca Puebla reminds me of like a cauldron, like a potion that she she's one with the smoke, right? Just kind of going off into the vapors. I got the vapors. And then the Soli, dude, I dig it. I did not know what he was sitting on. It was camouflaged well together. But the colors of Maleficent look just amazing. I think she killed it. And then the Meyer, it kind of like screams to me like if I were going to see that movie, it'd be black and white. Like it's kind of like inviting me into what's going to happen next, and then it just transitions into color, and you're in there with them or with her. I got to go with the Meyer, but yeah, I got to go with the Meyer. Meyer, 100%.
Nice. All right, Big Rob. Let's move it on. All right. Well, I mean, we have one villain. We also have the other villain.
Yep.
We've got Disney villains Hades #1. We got the one in 25. Again, don't know who did the action figure ones. We got the one at 25 with Francesco Tomaselli. Then we got the one in 30 by Alessandro Rinaldi. And then, of course, we got the one in 40 by Trish Forstner. Yes. And the one in 50 by Jay Lee. All right. Mike, you going last. So, Big Rob, What you think?
I like them all. I think they're all are very different. Different. They all present different vibe, but they're all great in their own way. It's the same scenario I said earlier, right? So it's like you can't really fail when you buy one of these. Obviously Trish is the more like cartoon accurate. That's definitely 100% Disney animation, right? So that's great. But and the Alessandro, that's so just like artsy. Trying to, it just depicts this crazy environment with death, with the river Styx, right, and all that. It's crazy. It's a very interesting piece of art, and the Lee is great as well. It's Lee art, but it's good art of the character, and the action figure is the action figure. But for me personally, I would go with the Francesco Tomasi. I just love his silly face. It just him eating the apple.
James Wood. You could hear James Wood speaking right out of him.
Yeah, you really hear James Wood's.
You can actually see his face.
Yeah. It's just something about it. It's a silly. It's a cool poster. So I will go with that personally. Yeah.
All right. How about you, Steve? What do you pick?
Oh my god, dude! I love the action figure. Reminds me of Big Rob DKY booth.
Yeah,
that's just. It looks like someone like rendition of a creation of Hades.
And it has different head sculpts too.
Yeah, dude, it looks amazing. It looks dope. I dig it. I like the uniqueness of it because I probably back in the day I used to buy those DKY's like figures. Man, I loved it. I loved to support you like the artists and their rendition. The Tomaselli, I dig. It kind of has like that little like attitude towards him. Great art. I dig it. The Rinaldi is just a piece of artwork, man. It looks beautiful. Trish's cover just reminds me like if I was just gonna pick up the VHS video, open it, I mean, there's something so nostalgic about Disney work. She always freaking nails it. She could do no wrong. She always nails these covers. I love the choice of colors. I mean, it just feels like it's screaming young Steven. You gotta love this movie. Put Hercules on, please. And the Jay Lee even rocks it like it's hot too, man. It looks great. Damn, I better be picking up some freaking Dynamite covers. I haven't been, but I sure as well, damn sure will tomorrow. Good God. All right, Mike, what do you think about that?
Okay, so I was lucky enough to see some of the process stuff for Trish's work on this one. And while she was doing it, I already knew it was one of my favorite covers from her, like hands down, because of what Steve just said. Thinking, what's on that white clamshell VHS back in whatever 1990, whatever the hell year this movie came out, 2000 something, maybe 2000, I don't remember. It's clearly Trish's. I mean, it's on model, it's colorful, it's just screams everything Disney. It's framed beautifully. There isn't a wrong line on it anywhere. So from that perspective, hers is my favorite by far. I really like the Tomaselli as well. Completely just off model and such a cool rendition of the character. Just silly enough, just comedic enough, clearly stylized and very, very cool. I don't like the action figure one again. I think the Rinaldi is a good piece of art, but it doesn't say Hades to me in any way. And the Jay Lee is just kind of meh to me. But it's Trish on top, and then the Tomaselli is a close second, just on how cool that rendition is. But man, I can see that on the clamshell. Somebody was looking at that thinking I'm crazy because I mean it's perfect.
100%.
Yeah. For me, I like them all. Obviously, it's just all these. They're winning with all these Disney villains. So yeah, it's all great art. It just gives me nostalgia all over. And then I like the Tomaselli. I actually do really like the Rinaldi. I feel like if I had a light on the background, and like you know those pictures where it's like in the ocean and the light and it looks like it's moving. God, if I had something like that with that would be awesome. But my favorite is the Forstner as well, the Trish Forstner, because it has more than just Hades on it. It's what Anger and I can't remember the other character's name. But it just has more color to it. It like Mike said, it gives you that nostalgia of opening up a clamshell or a VHS tape. And then it's so Disney. So yeah, that's my winner too. I think we're done. All right.
Woo-hoo.
Let's get through these store exclusives.
I'm ready.
All right. Did we use this one? Did we see this one before?
No.
They all look familiar to me. That's why. We've got Shannon Mayer. I don't know if it's with any other stores. I just saw it on KRS Comics. But it is the trade dress and the Virgin for $49.99. And they're saying that the Virgin is limited to only 600 pieces. So, what do you think, Steve?
I like Shannon's work. I have a couple of covers. Like I have a Hit Girl from him, and another cover. But I just feel like you see this all the time.
Yes, Pain and Panic.
Yeah, and it's just it's not doing it for me. I'm just so used to his work. I'm used to seeing it. It's like, oh, okay, you could see it. You could just call it out of nowhere. If you see a cover, you're like, oh, that's Shannon's. I'm not saying it's bad. It looks dope. I like it, but it's just, no. For the set of $50, I just go trade dress if anything. And I love Virgin work. I love that the trade dress isn't there. I just come on, Jeff, you're the one that's taking it there, not me.
Hey, you took a little too long to finish the sentence.
I just saw you rub your head, and I was like, "Oh, he thinks this, huh?" I love that one. But
I like Virgin sets.
Virgin art. Sets. Damn you, Jeff. Now I'll never be able to get out of that one. Pass. All right, next one.
Mike.
Yeah, these are a pass for me too, for the same reasons. Mayer's work just looks too similar to each other. Just sort of a costume on the same sort of bust or face. It's too smooth and digital for me. I used to really like it at first. He definitely has a lot of talent, but it's time to change it up. It's just too much white noise going on here. This is a forgettable cover to me.
Oh, Big Rob.
Damn it, Apollo! I just took a sip of water. God darn it, dude! I was gonna let go.
Yeah, they'll pass as well. But the girl, the person he drew, reminds me of a younger version of the. I can't remember her name right now, but the girl from Hunger Games.
Dakota Fanning?
No.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, just a younger version of her.
But is she also judging you though? That's what I want to know. She's in cosplay.
She's like, okay, creeper.
Yeah. She's like, get away.
I'm 16.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm 16. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. All right. Moving on. Don't know if we've seen this one, but this is Wolverine number 36 by Miguel Mercado. And I don't know the limitation, didn't say, but it's $40 a set for the trade and the Virgin. So, Big Rob, Mike, go first.
I kind of like this one. It's funny, and it's kind of colorful and a little different. And I like Mercado's work. And it doesn't feel like the whole store exclusive, sort of like rubber stamper, which is kind of nice. So this is a unique thing. I don't think this is like an homage of anything. It's just I like it. I think it's really well done. I mean, I'm over spending $40 and $50 on any store exclusive sets on anything really anymore. So it's a pass for me in real life. But I do like this art. I think this is a good cover.
Nice. Big Rob.
Did he do zombie covers back in the day?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Did he?
I haven't seen him in such a long time. that this is.
It reminds me of some zombie covers from Marvel that I bought a while back, and the art looks very familiar.
Oh, yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it's funny. Jean Grey. It looks like her eyeball's about to pop out. The one that's open. It's like really protruding. Wolverine. This is cosplaying all day, every day. This Wolverine. That's like your. It really looks like a dad and daughter Halloween costume. He looks like a 50-year-old man, like little chubby with dad bod.
Dad bod Wolvie.
Yeah, but he actually like does curls and shit, and they're like on Halloween or some shit. But it's in general, it's a cool cover. It's kind of silly. It's interesting, the depictions of the humans that play these characters here. Very simple. The Virgin is very simple because there's no with the trade dresses. You can see how much open space is behind them. So it's a pass, 100%. To me, it's not worth $40. These are like $5 bucks to me, but it's cool art in general.
Nice, Steve.
I dig it, dude. I haven't seen Miguel Mercado's work in a long time. I feel like, and I actually this is I called it out where Hyper called it out perfectly. This definitely almost works better with the trade dress, so you're probably saving yourself the money if you do buy trade dress. And then Bobby DeLaGhetto hit this on the nail, dude. Reminds me of Norman Rockwell.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that because now
Saturday Evening Post, 100%.
Yes, dude.
And I'm looking at the other one that I think got mentioned. I think it's supposed to be that Amazing Spider-Man 86, which is Peter at the sewing machine fixing his costume.
Yeah, dude.
And MJ behind him.
Yeah,
definitely has a Norman Rockwell kind of a feel to it. As a 125 for.
I think like this guy likes to homage Norman Rockwell image.
Yeah, and it does have that feel to it. I mean, he nailed that.
Yeah,
It feels like one of those ads.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, there's a Norman Rockwell artist doing the same thing. It just
where's the puppy pulling on the kid's bottom? Like that type of drawing, right?
Yeah, that's copper tone, but yeah, same air.
This looks cool. I would definitely buy the trade for sure.
Yeah,
that's just me. But I want
good art, and it's not. It doesn't take it too serious, and it's just it's cool. It's not your normal cover. All right,
your body shaming is the best there is.
All right, we got the Death of Venomverse number 3. It's an Inhyuk Lee trade and Virgin. It looks like it's X-23 Venomized over oh god, I can't even remember his name. Sabretooth. Again, didn't tell me the limitations. It's $40 a set. All right, Big Rob.
Yo, Jeff.
I didn't see it. What happened?
That's not Inhyuk Lee though. That's DNA.
Oh, yeah, that's not Inhyuk Lee. That's David, huh? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't put the right picture on there.
Not bad.
I missed it.
No, that's.
I don't know. Inhyuk Lee, for me, it's just drawn.
It's not. Yeah, for sure.
I get it. That's his style. That's the way he likes to draw, and he's kind of coming from his background, his history, his culture, right? But it's too K-popish to me. It looks like the Korean version of the characters always. So it's I don't know. It's just maybe it's also too pale. I'm like, she's having like no sun on her. Her skin's way too milky white. But that says that's coming from his culture. So the background's boring.
You're killing me on the picture. One picture.
Sabretooth, what the fuck is he doing? Right? It looks like he's totally yeah, no, he's like totally like that was good.
What the hell, Big Rob?
That's what it looks like. That's why he said ride him cowboy. It looks like she's riding him. She's doing the cowgirl. Oh, follow up that, Mike.
Kind of can't see that now.
No, we
it's
can't.
All the same. It's all the same things for me too. It's also too digital for me again. There's a lot of confusion areas on the cover. It has that sort of store exclusive smooth sheen to it that I hate. This is a pass for me. You know, I don't know. Like, there's parts of it that I like too, but if I don't know. I'm over all of this kind of stuff. This stuff just is all the same to me. It's all forgettable. I just don't see anything worth anything. Like, this doesn't scream to me that I need to spend money. And isn't that the whole point of store exclusives? I should
100%.
want to wait online for the drop, like the Sonic one last week.
Yes.
Right?
100%.
You saw that image and you're like, holy shit, I have to have that cover.
Yes.
This does not do that. Like, that's what a store exclusive is supposed to do, and this just doesn't. And while it's not bad, it's not worth $40 to me. What Rob said before is exactly right. These are $5 covers
It's probably worth half.
to me.
Yeah. I gotta go back to this. What the hell was Incognito thinking? Drawing them in this position, this expressions in their faces is like, that's the first thing anybody's gonna think of, like they're having sex on the damn cover.
She has a headache.
Well, that wasn't the first thing I thought.
She's like, not this again.
But all right. Now it's the only thought I have.
Yeah.
The Sabretooth's 100%, dude. It's like, what the hell was he thinking?
Oh God. Oh,
You know what I would pay? I would just keep paying money to the chat for these comments, dude. That's where my money would go.
Please move past this one. I'm dying already.
Friends and family. Here you go.
Hyper.
God damn it. What do you put?
Oh,
and he didn't need a kiss.
all y'all are MVP tonight, dude.
Oh,
he looks
God.
spent.
Yeah,
All right, move it, Big Rob.
He's on his fourth one already.
Damn you, Big Rob.
Jesus.
I'm gonna tolerate my burn just by dying of laughter.
Yeah, this show is not for kids, so.
Oh, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 34 by Lobos. Again, no limitation as of yet. They never said, but we all probably know.
You saw
And
that
it's
reaction?
$40 a set.
Everybody went, ooh.
I sat up too, dude. I was like, now this is
That's
what
the
Mike's
reaction
talking
you
about.
want
God damn
from
it.
That's the reaction you need to have for these store exclusives, and we all did it. Every one of us.
Steve,
A
you
thousand
sat
times
up.
yes. 1,000 times yes. I would go trade dress, but I would definitely go virgin cover art. Lobos killed this cover. Damn, the colors, just the positioning, the anatomy. I mean, good God, she looks gorgeous, just perfect. This would warrant me to buy a cover, and I haven't bought store exclusives in a long time. I've been trying to be good. I'm more pissed off that I missed this past Friday at myself, but this I would buy 100%.
Yeah, I know we were talking about it all week too.
Yeah, right. I was kicking myself in the ass all fucking day.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, this I had the same reaction. This is the reaction. I mean, this looks worth spending money on. I'm with Steve and the chat, whereas I would buy the trade dress for probably 15 is probably what the trade dress is by itself. I see no reason to get the Virgin. The other thing I really like about it is it's Lobo setting himself up away from being a Hughes clone, which 100%. Is really nice. I've been waiting for him to do that. I want him to do that because he's so talented. I like his work anyway. Even the stuff that looks like it could be Hughes is still great. But this looks like somebody's specific unique art, and I really love colorful. This is good on a lot of levels, and I might pull the trigger on the trade dress on this one too.
Ooh.
And I very rarely buy store exclusives, very rarely.
And it is probably $15. I think it's $14.99.
That makes sense.
Big Rob.
It's interesting. It's like a combination of like Witchblade, Phantom, and Spider-Woman all in the same thing.
Yeah.
Go.
Wow.
You really did it today, Big Rob.
90s goodness right here from Lobos. But because it has a little bit the Mike Turner vibe to it, right? So
yeah, you're right.
So that's all, and that's always a good thing. So you combine Adam Hughes and Michael Turner and create this new baby called Badass. It's
the middle name.
I love them, dude. Like I said, those Spanish heritage ones, especially that Bane, fucking fire, dude. Fire.
Question though, how many copies does Alonzo buy of this?
2 sets for sure, minimum. 2 sets.
I'm going 3.
I'm going to. No, you might get a slab.
Yeah, when I saw this, I didn't know it was
9.8 even.
Lobos. I couldn't believe it was Lobos. I was like, that's not Lobos. This
Looks banger.
doesn't look over the top.
It's a symbiote that kind of throws it off away from the traditional Adam Lobos Hughes clone vibe to it. As the symbiote that kind of pulls that away from him. It creates like a different style here for Lobo. So
No, but her face is not like it's not how he normally draws any face.
it's not very round. It's more. There's more
It's
symmetry,
got yeah.
symmetry to it. Yeah,
How to do it.
because Hughes's face, women's are more roundish, a little more softer.
Yep.
This is not. This is a little more edge to it. It's great cover, beautiful cover.
Nice. All right, I want to say that's it, but
Nope.
oh, one more. We got Lyrics Lee's
Another one.
cover, Amazing Spider-Man number 34, and again, don't know the limitation, but this one's actually for $35 for the set. So, what do you think, Mike?
Speechless.
Mike?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Everybody froze on me there for some
Sorry.
reason.
Oh,
No, that's fine.
I thought you were thinking about it real hard, and you were
I
like,
think-
Well, I
Speechless.
also was because I actually don't mind this one. But again, it still has that store exclusive sheen to it. But if I'm just putting it with Lee's other work by itself, this is one of her better pieces, to be honest. I like the composition of it. It's sexy. Black Cat covers on force. This is good, not great. I wouldn't buy it, but I do like it, and I could see this one doing okay, actually.
Big Rob.
Ditto. I like it as well. I think it's more digital, right? It's more modern type. It has that sheen and all that. But it's actually good art. In general, it's good art. I love the way she drew Black Cat. Very sexy, very playful. It's a more manga anime vibe to it, but that's more about Lee's background, right? So definitely, I love the diamonds, sparklies in the air. That's great. Even the cat is really cute in the background. I guess the background being generic, just black, makes sense, but maybe I wish that there was more to it. But I don't know. I'm not sure that would mess it up or make it better. I would personally prefer the Virgin. That Amazing Spider-Man trade dress, not for me. But I don't know. It's the barcode is probably in the back on this one because it is a store exclusive. So, $35 for the set, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably a little closer. How about you, Steve?
Big Five saved lives, and that booty, Jack. I'll tell you
I was
that.
waiting for someone to mention it.
Can
Yeah,
somebody
it's big.
is that cat pouncing, or is it like gonna use its paws on her butt like a
Oh, I
pillow?
wanted to
He's
talk
riding her
about
like
that
a
one
horse.
too.
Oh,
Right? Like I would. She, you know? And then
Wow.
good golly, Miss Molly. This she knocked it out the park. I mean, it manga, digital, perfect, sexy. Alonzo, where you at? I'm talking to you, brother. Look at
he's
this.
he's buying it right now. That's what
Yeah,
he's doing.
he's like, shut up, Steve. 5 copies. Here we go.
Yeah,
You
this
didn't
is
see
more.
the cat because you were looking at her thighs and her butt. 19 Cohiba, that's why.
It feels like a digitized J. Scott Campbell.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
good call there.
Yeah.
I mean, God, give new meanings to Thunder Thighs. And I actually thought the cat had 2 stubby front legs. I actually like the perception is it doesn't look right. They do look like little stubs. So I might just ruin that there for you guys, but
No, it's fine.
it looks like the cat's creeping in. Like, you know?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, she's definitely squatting a lot, that's for sure.
But I'm pretty sure no one's paying attention to that cat anyways. So
Not at all.
There's a cat on this cover.
Sir, there's multiple cats on this cover, okay?
Yeah, there's 3.
Damn it, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn you, Jeff.
Uh,
Oh my god!
I see
Hey,
1,
hey.
2, 3.
the chat inspired me. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Good God. Today is one for the books.
All right, I think we're done now.
I see a symbol too.
Crap!
Yeah, it's not a bad cover. I'm sure Alonzo got it.
Oh, baby.
Wow.
Made it.
No panelists were harmed in the making of this podcast. Jeez. So find me on CBSI. That's Comic Book Invest Cover Fire. Cover Fire is non-incentive, non-exclusive favorites for the week. There are plenty of covers you saw versions of tonight. That trade dress versions make the list. So head on over there tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, depending on your time zone, and check out what I picked and drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. Cover Tunes on hiatus at the moment, but there are 210 issues to go back and check out. Different topics every single time, and just sort of my inner monologue about covers and topics. So check that out. Content over on CBSI whenever you get a sec.
I'm a co-sign on that. You guys definitely go on the site. Support Mike, man. I mean, Mike has been doing this for so long. He enjoys the conversation. We enjoy these conversations with you guys. It doesn't cost anything to support anybody. You know, it's free, absolutely free. And guess what? You're going to get a different perspective from him. You're going to chat with him. This is how connections are built. So let's just do it. I mean, come on. It doesn't cost a thing.
It costs you 15 minutes to read.
That's how I got hooked up with.
Yeah. Let's do it.
And there's a bunch of great covers this week too. So
there are.
Go check them out.
And Mike's going to save you money. You
Might
don't want
spend
these
some.
incentives?
Yeah, everything's cover price. Everything's $3.99, $4.99 books. Every once in a while, there's one that's like $6.99, but it's all cheap stuff. Just good art. Just the appreciation of good artists and good art. That's all.
Heck yeah.
Not everything has to be about spec, guys. You should like what's in your boxes.
I know I do. I'm not even going to say anything.
Don't.
Then I'm going to have to go to my room. Wait,
you are.
I'm
Wash your mouth out with soap, sir.
Like freaking Ralphie and Christmas Story.
God! I that's the first thing that came to my mind.
You wash your damn mouth out, Jeff. You and your naughty self.
You don't think that's ever happened to me?
Me too.
Although I am the guy who dropped an MF tonight on the show. So
and you know what? And we're going to allow it. Oh, man. Oh, I knew he was going to come out with it. I was just waiting. He's all, Steve, do you like what's
man, relentless tonight.
Dude, they are on it today. I just got to step down for a little bit and just send the link out and bring these fellas in and gals. Man, they were killing it today. I'm in tears, literally.
Yeah, it's been a good one, guys. I needed this with my.
Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for chiming in. Again, without you guys in this chat, these shows would not be as fun. We have fun hanging out with each other. We love each other. I mean, this is just us guys, talking about what we love. But without you guys, I mean, to paint the perfect picture, to add the color and the flavor, and to keep us on board, man. So
this was a particularly great night with the chat. Thank you very much, everybody, for staying engaged and being with us. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, especially after earlier today.
Can we please send an invite to this guy?
We'll get a hold of you, Hype.
Well, let's tell the community this. If you guys are interested in hopping on and being a guest, please reach out to us. We would love to have anybody on. Perspective and your guys' opinions are everything. I mean, we appreciate you guys.
Just slide into Alonzo's DMs.
Yeah, slide into something else too.
Slide right into the box.
Yep.
Be careful, Alonzo might allow you. So
he's a friendly guy. Much love.
Well, let me give a shout out to our sponsor, sir. And then we'll do the sign off. All right, so we've got 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. You just type in the code Nerdvana14. Help yourself out. Do yourself a favor. Check it out. If you don't already have it, it's a great tool. It's a great site. You're going to get plenty out of that information. And then we can give a shout out to Bird City Comics. No, we didn't have any books on here. Usually they announce them on Wednesdays or something like that. So go to the website, sign up for their mail emails, and you'll get the first notice of what's coming out soon. But if you want to, you get 10% off your purchase at Bird City Comics by typing the code TNH10. There's also incentives and toys, and so go check it out. And then you've got our buddy at displaygeek.com. You can get 10% off your first purchase by typing in Team Nerd Herd. Get your collectible protectors, you get your shelving, and yeah, you know, we're all collectors, so we all know what we want and like.
You know what
I
I
like. I'm too much of a minty collector, so yeah, I have to have the protectors. So, all right. With that said and done, anybody have anything left to say or promote?
I don't think I got anything left in my soul. I mean, it left out of me when I was laughing, dude. I'm like trying to get it back.
I know I'm trying to catch my breath.
But I love this. I'm shy.
Definitely
I'm shy. I don't slide.
check us out on Saturday on Saturday Morning Toy Box.
Yes, please do. Please do, guys.
We do the same shit, just toys.
Yep. And then tomorrow's Comic Book Women. Thursday is Long Story Short. On Friday, you've got Nerdvana. And of course, like Big Rob mentioned, Saturday Morning Toy Box on Saturday.
And then at 5 p.m., maybe Charlie with the Game Addicts.
Maybe this week. We'll see how busy he has. He's been quite busy, so we'll see. We'll see.
I think he will this Saturday, though.
Oh.
Calendars.
All right. Well, Mike.
No artists were harmed in the making of this podcast. And if you want to do it right, be a cover whore for life.
Sweet. See you guys.
Peace out, y'all. Much
Everyone
love.
have
Thank
a
you
good
so
one.
much.